It's alright, I understand the problems with cataracts. Alright everyone, now we got someone making his Bedtime Stories debut. Coming up right now is a very good friend of mine. He's actually a native son of Long Island, the spiritual homeland of Billy Joel and myself. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my good friend TJ Hurley.
Throughout my life, my relationship with Billy Joel has been, we'll say, complicated. You know, most of my life growing up, I hated Billy Joel. You know, I couldn't stand him, but somehow I still knew every word to every song that they ever played on the radio. You know, which made me hate him even more. He was like this rash I couldn't shake. You know, I couldn't get rid of the guy. And I hated those songs, but, you know, like somebody else once said, they really get kind of scratched into you. And there's not too much you can do about it. So, about 5 years ago, I was at a thrift store, and I was looking through the CDs, and I saw a copy of Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. You know, so I see it, and I thought to myself, I'm like, oh, this will be a joke, this will be funny. So I buy it, you know, in full irony. I hop in my car, I put it in, and I'm driving, I'm listening to it, going through disc 1. You know, all those songs, Piano Man, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, all that stuff. It's coming on, and every single time a new song starts, you know, I'm just like, oh my god, this song sucks so bad. But I still listen to the whole thing. So there I am, I'm cruising down the irony turnpike, you know, just full spite. Just listen to Billy Joel, full of hate and spite, can't stand it. And all of a sudden, boom, I get sideswiped by Goodnight Saigon. That's on that Vietnam song, you know? So I'm sitting there, you know, laughing about it, and all of a sudden I hear the dum 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 dum, and the rotors in the helicopter comes in, and I get all tingly, you know? And then that really sad piano comes in, and my eyes kind of well up a little bit. And then when he sings, by the time he sings that part, where he's like, we met as inmates on Paris Island. Come on, everybody. We left as something from an asylum. By the time that part comes, I'm bawling. I'm crying hysterically. I have to pull the car over to the side of the road, and I'm sitting there, you know, and then that chorus kicks in with him and all the vets, all the, and we will all go out together. By the time that part starts, I'm losing it. I'm like hyperventilating, and just everything I've ever known or seen about Vietnam is like crashing down on me. I'm thinking about my father, thinking about my uncles, I'm thinking about Private Pile. You know, I'm thinking about that photo of that little Vietnamese girl like running naked away from the napalm fire. Like, it's gnarly. I'm like bawling. I'm in bad shape. You know? But ever since that moment, my relationship with Billy Joel has changed. You know? These days, I make it a point, at least 2 or 3 times a week, I set aside an hour and I have a Billy Joel Power Hour. And if you guys want to have a Billy Joel Power Hour, this is what you do. You make yourself a gin and tonic, you put Billy Joel's Greatest Hits on your radio, you get in the bathtub, and you just let the man have his way with you. You know? Don't fight it. Wherever he wants to take you, let him take you there. It's beautiful. And, you know, depending on how stressful your week has been, you might want to turn it into a Billy Joel Power 3 Hour. You know? Who can say? But the point of all this is that if you love something, love it. You know? If you want to go to the Olive Garden, go to the Olive Garden. Dude, like, you think rollerblading is really cool? Fucking rollerblade. Do it, you know? And if you love Billy Joel, for Christ's sake, love Billy Joel. You know, don't fight it. Because, I mean, the guy was right. He was right about almost anything. You know, there are no scars on my face, but I can't fucking sleep at night. I can't do it. You know, working too hard will give you a heart attack. Catholic girls do start much too late. And we will all go down together. Thank you.
TJ Hurley, in so few words, you spoke so much. You spoke for an entire generation. You said words I could not begin to say, and captured how I feel about Billy Joel as well. Thank you very much. A tip of the cap to my good friend, TJ Hurley.